drugs and friends, and I was just grabbing onto whatever I could that would make me feel whole.
It was coming to a point where I was going to have to make a choice to live with Christ or to not.
I was really depressed and lost, and I was just trying to figure out where I fit in, and I was grabbing everything around me, just trying to fill that void that I had. Eventually I found partying, and that seemed to work pretty well until I got alcohol poisoning and almost died. I was invited to Young Life by a girl from school, and I was so surprised at how genuine they were and how happy they were that I was there. And they convinced me to go to camp that summer, and that's where I heard about Jesus for the first time in a way that I'd never heard about before. And I knew that that's who I wanted to live my life for the rest of my life. And so that week I gave my life to God, and I've never looked back.
Question they asked, do I want to receive God into my life? And just thinking about Young Life and thinking about the people that I met and the way that God used them, I immediately said yes and jumped on board, and it's been the greatest decision I've ever made.
I went to camp and I just realized that enjoying Christ with other people and sharing it was just so much more fulfilling and a greater experience than just enjoying it by myself like it had been doing for the last 16 years. As soon as I got back from camp, I was on a mission and I wanted to enjoy Christ with more and more people and just create those connections.
This past year, I was able to be a student leader at Young Life, and it's just been such an amazing privilege just walking alongside the great leaders that I've got to know, and the relationships I've built with them have really grown me exponentially, and it's great just walking through the school and seeing all the kids just in a different way and being able to reach out to them the same way that the leaders have reached out to me.
I have been a leader at Young Life in Albany for 3 years, and I have loved getting to know the other leaders in our area and being able to live life with students in Albany. I've been so blessed to be able to see so many kids' lives change through Young Life and the work that God is doing there. For example, my first year doing Young Life, I met this girl and she was having a really rough year, and I just started hanging out with her and getting to know her. She had a lot of walls up and didn't really let me into her life, but I just kept working on her. And I invited her to camp that summer, and she came, and we had this great experience. The speaker there gave a talk that really just broke her down, and she opened up more than she ever had. It's been a great experience to see how that has transformed not only her since then, but her family. They are all going to church now, and just their lives together have completely changed.
I got introduced to Young Life through my kids that were at West Albany High School. I would hear them be excited about going to club. Over time, we saw them go to camp. We had the opportunity to see camp. Seeing the things they were doing and the impacts they were making with kids, I chose to become involved. My wife was on committee, and as some of my other commitments ended, I also chose to join committee. I thought that I had some things that I'd like to contribute to the organization, and over the last few years I've had an opportunity to see Young Life Albany continue to grow, and at the same time I've been frustrated, and we can do so much more. It takes resources, it takes people, and we need people to come alongside, whether it's people that are skilled in working with kids and have the call, or people that could be a treasurer, or people that like to fundraise, or people that want to provide donation. Any of that would be a blessing and allow us to reach more kids in the area.
My life has completely changed around. I'm not the same person that I was before. All my friends that I used to party with now are living for God and are involved with Young Life or church, and I share the love of Christ in school and in my family, and I just feel like I finally found where I fit in and where I belong.